You.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Dell Small Business.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez in New York. The Biden administration is ordering hospitals to provide abortions to at-risk women, no matter what states they live in. Health Secretary Xavier Becerra.
If your life is in danger and you have federal protections to make sure that healthcare providers provide you with all the protections you need, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that women understand what their rights are to get full protections that they're entitled to.
The administration says federal law preempts state law, even in jurisdictions that have banned the procedure without exceptions. In Arizona, a federal judge in Phoenix has blocked a state personhood law enacted last year that gives unborn children legal rights. The judge, agreeing with abortion rights groups, it puts providers at risk of prosecution for a variety of crimes. Lawmakers investigating the January 6th riot hold another public hearing today. They say they'll use it to connect the dots between former President Trump, top aides, and various groups that attacked the Capitol. Correspondent Scott McFarland.
The committee is expected to drill down into a December 2020 White House meeting allegedly involving Trump associates like Rudy Giuliani and Michael Flynn, and allegedly discussing the possible seizing of voting machines. Maryland Democrat Jamie Raskin, who will lead today's hearing, says they'll also talk about the mobilization of the mob, including by far-right groups on January 6th.
We need Americans to look very carefully at what happened.
Another committee member says expect to hear excerpts of last Friday's deposition with former Trump White House counsel Pat Cipollone.
Firefighters are making progress at Yosemite. Officials say the fire that's been threatening the park's giant sequoias is now 22% contained. Reporter Margie Schaefer with our affiliate KCBS has more from Northern California.
Firefighters have set up a ground-based sprinkler system to increase humidity and dampen the ground.
We've got dozers, we have engines, we have hand crews, we have hot shot crews.
Nancy Philippi with Yosemite National Park says the south entrance to the park remains closed where evacuations are in effect, but Yosemite is open.
NASA is expected to release more images a day after the first dazzling shot of a cluster of early galaxies from the Webb Space Telescope. President Biden.
These images are going to remind the world that America can do big things, and to remind the American people, especially our children, that there's nothing beyond our capacity.
They'll announce the Emmy nominations later this morning. Squid Game could give past winners Succession and Ted Lasso a run for their money. Critics pick Yellowstone, Severance, and Yellow Jackets to enter the mix as well. This is CBS News.
Dell's Black Friday and July sale is here with savings on top-rated business computers with Intel Core processors. Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. That's why we're introducing MVP's bonus points to our rewards and partnership program. It's the only pro loyalty program where you can earn points just by downloading our app or shopping select items by trusted brands and more. Then redeem your points for rewards that level up your business. Join MVP's Pro Rewards today and earn your first 1,000 points. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty Terms. Subject to change.
A reality TV star is in legal trouble.
In this town, I'm Queen Bee and MVP.
Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Jen Shah has pleaded guilty to fraud conspiracy charges after getting arrested while filming the show last year. She admitted to a judge she participated in a massive telemarketing scheme for nearly a decade, starting in 2012, cheating thousands of people out of millions of dollars nationwide. Many were elderly. And Shah says she knew it was wrong. She now faces up to 14 years behind bars. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
4 years after she died, Aretha Franklin's estate pays a big bill. In a new court filing, the late singer's heirs say $7.8 million has gone to the IRS. Leaves the door open to payments to Franklin's 4 sons. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Was your business hurt in the years of the pandemic? Have you had a decline in revenue since 2019? Was your business partly or fully shut down by the government? If you answered yes to any of these questions and have 5 employees or more, you may be eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee. How? By taking advantage of the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a fully funded tax credit created to help businesses during these difficult times. The experts at Benchmark Human Capital are ready to help you get the money you are owed. The pre-qualification is absolutely free. Even if you got PPP money, this is more money that may be owed to you. Repayment is not necessary. The money is all yours. The IRS writes you a check. That's right, a check. Get your free pre-qualification now if you have 5 employees or more. Call 800-535-ERTC. Take advantage of this tax credit while funds remain available. Call Benchmark Human Capital today at 800-535-ERTC and claim what is rightfully yours. That's 800-535-ERTC, 800-535-3780.
Nurse practitioners Paula West and Haley Cavanaugh at the TJ Health Cave City Clinic offer experienced health care for all your family's needs, including family medicine care, pediatric care treating children starting at birth, along with cardiology services. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic across from Save-A-Lot is open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Appointments are recommended. Walk-ins are accepted based on availability. For additional information, visit tjregionalhealth.org/Cave City. TJ Regional Health. Total local care.
Healthcare changes all the time, but at Hatchet Home Medical, we're a consistent friend to help you navigate the road to good health. We are your headquarters for all types of equipment and supplies to let you recuperate at home, and we keep up with all the changes. So let us file the paperwork for insurance reimbursement. Hatchet Home Medical's huge showroom and warehouse on Park Avenue in Glasgow lets us stock what you need, and our trained technicians are courteous and helpful when setting up and instructing you or your caretakers. We feature a 24-hour on-call phone number to help in emergencies. And remember, all healthcare professionals, Hatchet's Home Medical has the area's largest selection of nurses' uniforms and supplies, featuring the best of name brands. Whether you need a wheelchair, walker, hospital bed, or other assistive device, the name to remember is Hatchet Home Medical in the Park Avenue Shopping Center in Glasgow. Phone 651-9551.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. 7 minutes after 6 o'clock. We are starting off with a 72-degree temperature reading today. Not a bad start. Not a bad forecast. We'll get into that in a second. But first, we need to come over here and talk about the birthdays that we have for today. We have, first of all, Dr. Karen Small. We have Carrie Button. Dustin Pop is 25. Amanda Lyle has a birthday today. It is Dorothy Wood. Kylie Brown is 1. Nicole Houchins has a birthday today. We also have Jeff Hughes celebrating a birthday today, too. Anniversaries for Jeff and Nancy Moore. For Jeff and Tina Garman, it's number 19 for the Garmans. But we also have Eddie and Kathy Pettigo. My goodness, the Pettigos have been married 44 years today. Congratulations. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. And online we're here, WCLUradio.com. For birthdays and anniversaries and any other reason you need to kind of talk at us here this morning at WCLU. Okay, 72 degrees. Let's get over here and talk more about the weather forecast here this morning, shall we? Let's see. Let me answer the phone right here, WCLU. Y'all wait just a second. We'll be right there, okay? Here we go with the forecast for today. First of all, 72 degrees is our present temperature. The forecast center says we're going to have a 20% chance of showers today. Otherwise sunny and a high of 91 degrees. Tonight, a slight chance of showers, mostly clear with a low of 66. On Wednesday, sunshine and 88. Wednesday night, clear and 65. It's a sunny day on Thursday. We'll climb to 87 degrees for the high temperature. The constant coverage and studio radar screen is clear this morning. There's a slight chance of shower activity in the eastern third of the state of Kentucky today. Haven't had any as of yet. It's a big zero. In fact, I looked all across the state. Every reporting station in Kentucky has a big fat zero in the rain gauge this morning. Barometer's down at 29.90. That'll bring on a little more instability in the atmosphere. South winds at 3 miles an hour. 88% humidity. Here we are at 72 at WCLU. Good Morning Live. Experienced financial partner to work for you. Derek Staples at U.S. Bank is a small business specialist that you can count on to help you with creative ways to deal with the challenges you may have. U.S. Bank is in a great position to meet those needs. Talk to Derek Staples today at 270-659-3271 and take the next step in managing your business. Member FDIC.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle, a combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more, because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Call State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow at 270-651-3608.
Let me throw another birthday in here. We just learned that Alan Dobson has a birthday today. Alan Shirley called in to make sure that you were on the birthday list. So happy birthday to Alan Dobson, 72.
Have you heard about the new online home for the Glasgow EPB? Well, it isn't just a new-looking website. It's a whole new way to manage your Glasgow EPB services. At the all-new GlasgowEPB.com, you can take care of paying your bill online like always, but you can also request or transfer your Glasgow EPB services, access customer support guides, easily sign up for GEPB alerts, and learn about all available products and programs. So check it out today, GlasgowEPB.com.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, July 12th, 2022. Current time is 6:12, 72 degrees. Welcome into WCLU News. As you just heard, pleasant out there today, and looks like temperatures going to be really where they've been the last few days, and that's just plainly going to be hot. Looks like a high today near 91, a 40% chance of showers, and we're going to be tapering off from that through the rest of the week. Looks like sunny and clear skies, highs hovering there in the upper 80s and low 90s. Well, the Glasgow Independent School Board met in regular session at the central office yesterday evening. Items on their agenda included updates to the new South Green Elementary School construction project, the possible acquisition of real property, and the next step in the process of finding a new superintendent for the school system. In last month's meeting, CEO of Alliance Corporation Tommy Gum said there could be a delay in the building project due to a national shortage of concrete. Fortunately, these delays have been minimal. Gum says there are other Alliance Corporation projects that are suffering from the cement rationing as well.
I feel very fortunate here that we haven't had any major holdups. A lot of work done the last 30 days.
The insulated concrete form, or ICF, is continuing to be built. Floor slabs have been poured, and in the next few weeks, a roof structure will start to be seen, according to Gum.
Our bar joist came in early, a little earlier, about 30 days earlier than we expected. So once we get to bearing height on the cafeteria and the gymnasium, probably in the next 30 to 45 days, we'll see some roof structure go up over there.
Now, the work on the driveway and blacktop, it's progressing, according to Gum. That area is scheduled to be completed before school starts. Chad Mullenkamp, who is the Director of Facilities and Pupil Personnel for Glasgow Independent Schools, has been very impressed with the progress Alliance Corporation has made on that new building. He says especially navigating through all of the unexpected challenges that have been thrown their way.
Where we're at right now, Alliance has been doing an outstanding job for us, looking out, checking out, especially with the current conditions with concrete and struggles and the scheduling, and they've just been a great entity to be working with through this process and really trying to make sure that we get the best product and moving things forward. And so I just want to acknowledge that part.
Now, later in the meeting, the school board entered into a closed session on 2 different occasions. The first was for deliberations on the future acquisition of real property. Now, according to that agenda, a closed session was decided due to the potential that publicity would likely affect the value of the specific piece of property that was to be acquired by that public agency. And, of course, that is a pretty standard procedure. Now, the second closed session was to discuss the next step in the hiring process of a new superintendent for the school system. The media timeline, which was released by the screening committee, required that recommendations be made to the board. After an interview process, the new superintendent of Glasgow schools will be revealed to the public on Monday, July 25th. No actions were taken during either of those closed sessions. Now, on that note about the superintendent, do pay attention to that, because last night, of course, that July 11th date was the date that was sort of being thrown around as the date that they might reveal that superintendent. That was the deadline for the screening committee to report back to the Board of Education, who ultimately will have the power to hire that new superintendent. Again, Monday, July 25th is that new golden date, if you will, as far as what we're looking toward and looking ahead as far as knowing who the next superintendent of Glasgow Independent Schools might be. Well, the search continues for a missing Metcalfe County man who's also a retired member of the armed forces. The Metcalfe County Emergency Management and Metcalfe County Sheriff's Office reported yesterday that they were dispatched to 5416 Breeding Road in reference to a missing person. That happened Sunday. Personnel arrived and learned that 35-year-old Corey Hart had left his residence last week and had not been seen since. Hart is described as a white male who is 5 feet 9 inches and 180 pounds. He has dark blonde hair, a medium build, and blue eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark-colored short-sleeved shirt with khaki-colored tactical pants. He could have had a dark gym bag, according to a news release. Hart is a retired member of the armed services, and police say that anyone with information regarding Hart's whereabouts is urged to contact the Metcalfe Sheriff's Office. The number for that is 270-432-3041, or you can email the Metcalfe County Emergency Management at EKID, that's EKIDD, at metcalfecoem.com. So again, all of that information there is at our website, WCLUradio.com. Well, a little bit of an unfortunate news to report. A dinner show planned this weekend and produced by the Far Off Broadway Players, it's been canceled due to illness among cast and crews. Dearly Departed was slated to be shown July 15th through the 17th at the Cave City Convention Center. 2 days of the showing were planned luncheon and dinner shows, according to a Facebook post made by the Far Off Broadway Players yesterday. Quote, "The Far Off Broadway Players sincerely apologize to all their wonderful sponsors and patrons for having to make this very difficult decision." The production was rescheduled to July 7th through the 9th, 2023 at the Convention Center, according to that post. Those who purchase tickets online, they'll be reimbursed by the ticket company in the next 24 hours, according to the post, or the notification of a refund should occur within 24 hours. Whether you get that refund or not in that time frame is unclear. Those who have complimentary tickets, they'll be allowed to use them at next year's showing. And again, that's slated for the next, pretty much this time next year, July 7th through the 9th, 2023, there at the Cave City Convention Center. And lastly, today, looks like Junior Achievement of South Central Kentucky has gotten a grant. UPS awarded a grant in the amount of $7,300 to Junior Achievement of South Central Kentucky. The funds will help provide funding for educational programming for local K-12 students on financial literacy, work readiness, and entrepreneurship. Junior Achievement of South Central Kentucky provides in-classroom and virtual learning opportunities for students at no cost to schools. Funds from the International Paper Grant, they'll help pay for support materials, training, volunteer recruiting, and evaluation of students as they work to make learning in the classroom a high-impact effort. 6:18, 72 degrees. Looks like there's no activity this morning on the 911 report. Stay right there. We'll be back for more news.
Dakota Ray Elmore and his staff of professional realtors humbly thank those who voted Elmore Realty and Auction as the best of the Barron Real Estate Agency. These are accolades that are not taken lightly. Auctioning estates, dividing farms for auction, and marketing property for sale can be a tremendous challenge, but our team is confident in our knowledge and expertise to guide our clients successfully through these significant life events. We thank you for that vote of confidence. Whether you're selling timber, the family farm, some newly developed property, or your home, turn to the best of the Barron. Turn to Elmore. Saturday, August 6th, the Elmore team is selling a 3-bedroom, 1-bath brick home situated on a 5.8-acre tract, 200 Penny Lane off the Burkesville Road. Wait till you see the list of personal property, too, including a Husqvarna zero-turn mower, an M-Farm all tractor, bush hog, log splitter, and furniture galore. You see, we take being the best of Barron seriously, and we're not going to let you down. At Elmore Realty and Auction, the name you've grown to trust and continue to trust in Barron County since 1935.
Anderson Windows and Doors with Stormwatch Protection are designed to meet building codes for coastal locations from Maine to Miami, Gainesville to Galveston, and they're on guard even when no one is home. Anderson Windows and Doors with Stormwatch Protection. The uglier the weather gets, the more beautiful they become.
See the full line of Anderson Windows and Doors at Glasgow Building Supply, 31E Bypass in Glasgow. Anderson Windows. Come home to Anderson.
Highland Pharmacy on Rogers Road in Glasgow has been a community favorite since 2012, and there's a reason for that. They consistently offer a wide range of customized services, quality care, and a commitment to you. Over-the-counter COVID tests are available and can be billed to most insurance carriers. You can also receive the COVID vaccine at Highland Pharmacy. Register at highland-pharmacy.com. That's highland-pharmacy.com. Highland Pharmacy, a community favorite since 2012.
Welcome back to WCLU News. Tuesday, July 12th, 6:21 currently, 72 degrees. The way the temperatures are shaping up today looks like a 40% chance of showers, but temperatures 91 degrees, mostly sunny skies, and that chance of rain, we might add, is most likely there in the afternoon after 3 p.m. Light west winds becoming southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour this morning. In more news this hour, a Kentucky man charged with killing 3 officers in an ambush while police were serving a protective order has been indicted on 20 charges. 49-year-old Lance Stores was indicted Monday on 3 counts of murder of a police officer and 6 counts of attempted murder of an officer. Police say Stores opened fire on a group of officers June 30th at his home in Floyd County. Stores was also indicted on 7 counts of wanton endangerment against a police officer, 3 counts of assault, and 1 count of assault of a service animal. Officials say Kentucky will end the 2022 fiscal year with a budget surplus. The Office of State Budget Director said general fund receipts totaled $14.7 billion, which exceeded estimates by more than $900 million. The office said in a statement that receipts grew by 14.6% over the last year, making it the highest growth rate in 31 years. Officials say road fund revenues totaled $1.67 billion, which was 2% more than last year, but just under estimates. The final budget surplus will be figured when accounting records for expenditures are completed later this month. Lottery retailers in nearly every state are clustered in low-income neighborhoods, driving a wealth transfer from less affluent and educated Americans to the multinational corporations that are increasingly managing the day-to-day operations of the state-sanctioned gambling games. A new investigation from the Howard Center for Investigative Journalism at the University of Maryland found that in almost every state, lottery retailers are concentrated in lower-income neighborhoods that are disproportionately Black and Hispanic. The investigation also used for the first time mobile phone data to show that lottery retail store customers are mostly local. The center also found few checks on aggressive advertising and marketing of those games. And finally today, state regulators say several horses that were feared dead by animal advocates following a weekend of racing at one of New Mexico's premier horse tracks, well, they're all alive and well. Officials with the New Mexico Racing Commission said only 1 animal died after being injured during a race at Ruidoso Downs, and that photographs and veterinary reports show the other 7 were fine Monday morning. The group Animal Wellness Action had raised concerns about the horses' welfare. The criticisms come as advocates push for track owners retailers and regulators nationwide to be more vigilant as new safety mandates take hold and as the industry prepares to adopt more uniform anti-doping rules. Again, no activity on this morning's 911 activity report. It's Tuesday, July 12th, current time 6:24, temperature 72 degrees. I'm Brennan Crane. Have a great Tuesday.
Banking on Business with Terry Bunnell. Monday and Thursday mornings at 7:30 only on WCLU. Good Morning Live and WCLUradio.com.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A man accused of killing 3 Kentucky law enforcement officers is being indicted. Lance Storrs is accused of killing 3 cops, a police canine, and injuring several others. Storrs is facing 20 charges, including murder, assault, and wanton endangerment. On June 30th, officers were executing an emergency protective order when Storrs began firing a rifle at them over several hours. Storrs pleading not guilty earlier this month. The murder suspect who pleaded guilty to killing a Georgetown woman in her home is sentenced to 45 years in prison. Joseph Hicks was sentenced to 25 years for the murder of Sheena Baxter 2 years ago and 20 more years for robbery. Baxter's sister saying after the sentencing that Hicks never let go of her sister after the two broke up. There are 38 unique burgers competing for Lexington's best burger. Lexington Burger Week is underway and features one-of-a-kind special burgers for $7 each. None of the burgers created this week are on the restaurant's regular menu, and yes, the competition to create the winning burger is pretty intense. For more information, you can head to LexingtonBurgerWeek.com. As another school year approaches, middle and high school students in the Knox County schools are no longer allowed to use backpacks. Officials this week say the decision was made to address safety concerns. They say it will prevent students from bringing a banned item to school and hiding it in a backpack. The policy does not apply to elementary school kids, and it will be implemented when the upcoming school year begins next month. Kentucky coach John Calipari will sign autographs and raise some money for Louisville. The coach will be at the Kroger store on LaGrange Road later today. The Dorena Hickman Ferry is back in operation. The ferry had been shut down since July 2nd of this year because low river levels did not give the boat access to the landing dock. I'm Rob Carpenter.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
This is Shannon the Dude. Summertime is finally here, so as we hit the road and traffic increases, the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety is reminding motorists that we all play a part in keeping our roadways safe. Commit to these safe driving behaviors each and every time you get behind the wheel. Obey the speed limit, drive sober, buckle up, and put the phone down. Spare yourself a ticket and possibly a life. Be safe, Kentucky.
It's your man Buffalo Steel from the world-famous Nappy Roots, and I got a message for you. Never underestimate you. Never underestimate you.
The Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship provides free tuition for Kentuckians who want to earn a degree in a high-demand career field. Go to WorkReadyKY.com to learn more, or give them a call at 833-711-WRKS.
Available at the Kentucky Community and Technical College System.
In my family, I'm the planner. From the weekly grocery list to the family vacation, everything, all the details. Though planning for the end was something I left off my list. Then a friend told me about South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow. She said even though it wasn't on her to-do list, seeing them was one of the best planning decisions she'd ever made. South Central Kentucky Monuments showed her the different options they have available, even an image of the finished monument. And since South Central Kentucky Monuments does all the stone carving in-house, it cost much less than she expected. They made the process easy to create the exact memorial she wanted. So my husband and I made a plan to see them. We are so happy with our decision. We encouraged our family and friends to do the same. It'll be the best planning decision you ever make.
Buy direct and save money at South Central Kentucky Monuments at the corner of East Front Street and Columbia Avenue. Family owned in Glasgow since 2010.
For over 25 years, Window World has provided quality products for homeowners around the country. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they will never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable composite frame that will never rot. When it comes time to replace your windows or doors, trust Window World. Call 270-780-9600.
Simply the best for less. Window World.
WCLU local news time is 6:28. We have 72 degrees. Slight chance of a shower this afternoon in the forecast. In-area funeral announcements at this hour. Eloise Lynn Vance, age 83, of Edmonton, died Monday at Medcav Healthcare. She was a member of the Lions Chapel Church and a homemaker and a home caregiver. Eloise is survived by 3 daughters, Leisha Pruitt, Angie Branham, and Marcella Froggett, a stepson, Tim Ford, 4 sons-in-law, Charles Emberton, Nelson Gettings, Quentin Wharf, and Gary Goodman, 11 grandchildren and 17 great-grandchildren, and many nieces and nephews also survive. The service for Eloise Vance will be at 3 on Thursday afternoon at Butler Funeral Home, burial in the Monroe County Memorial Lawn. Visitation begins at 5 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon and continues Thursday morning until the funeral hour. Donnie Wayne Whitlow, 51, of Glasgow, died Saturday at Glenview Healthcare. Donnie worked in tree service, and he helped trim trees. He enjoyed life to the fullest and will be loved and missed by all who knew him. He is survived by his mother, Martha Ann Davis Garman, 3 daughters, Lori Beth, Robin, and Cheyenne Whitlow, 8 grandchildren, Zania, Zayshawn, Jaden, Chance, Amara, Harmony, Gracie, and Ryder, 3 brothers, Jamie Chapman and Danny and Dusty Whitlow. Service for one sister, Tammy Milby, and special friend and caretaker, Kim Morgan. The funeral service for Donnie Wayne Whitlow will be held at 2 o'clock on Wednesday at the A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins after 10 o'clock and continues until the funeral hour on Wednesday. Margie Hume Young, age 78, of Tompkinsville, died Saturday at her residence. She was a mother, a homemaker, and a member of the Mount Poland Missionary Baptist Church. Margie is survived by 3 daughters, Nikki Young, Amy Myatt, and Jenny Reese, 4 sons, Bill, Tim, Tom, and Bobby Young, 3 sisters, Mary Ann, Mossy Emberton, and Geraldine Connors, a brother, Jerry Hume. 17 grandchildren, 10 great-grandchildren survive as well. The service for Margie Hume Young will be at 1 o'clock Thursday at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home, burial in the Bailey Cemetery at Heston. Visitation is from 4 until 8 Wednesday and continues Thursday morning at 8 o'clock until the funeral hour, and memorial donations are suggested to the Bailey Cemetery. Funeral services for Marvin Leo Hall, age 92, of Greensburg, will be at 1 o'clock Wednesday at the Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton, burial to follow in the Maple Hill Cemetery. Visitation is from 9 until the service hour on Wednesday. Service for Lucas Mitchell Carey, age 32, of Cave City, will be this afternoon at 4 o'clock at the Bob Hunt Funeral Chapel, burial to follow in the Cave City Cemetery. Funeral services for James Wilson, age 82, of Glasgow, will be today at 2 o'clock at the A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home, with burial in the Heistville Cemetery. Funeral services for James Malcolm Mack Circle, 67, of Glasgow, will be at 1 o'clock today at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. A celebration of life service for Virgil Albaugh, Jr., age 72, will be held this morning at 11 o'clock at the Holy Spirit Catholic Church, with a luncheon to follow. J.C. Kirby and Son is in charge. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free at WCLUradio.com and on the WCLU app. No login is necessary.
Most people will hesitate before planning a funeral in advance.
The funeral? We'll arrange that when the time comes.
But there's a lot to be said for advance planning. For one thing, you have the peace of mind of knowing that your arrangements have all been made. You can consider the options when your mind is clear, and you'll have the relief of knowing that your loved one will be well cared for. A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home, a celebration of love.
6:33 and 73 degrees. Let's turn to local sports. Join the South Central Kentucky East Fellowship of Christian Athletes for a one-day multi-sport faith-based day camp for boys and girls in grades K through 5. It's coming up this Friday the 15th at 7:30 a.m. Coaches from area high schools will be on site to teach sport-specific clinics and to lead devotionals. Clinics will include football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, soccer, dance, track, cheer, archery, tennis, softball, and golf. The cost is $25 per camper. That includes breakfast, lunch, a snack, and a T-shirt. Scholarship information is available on request. The Metcalfe County Middle School Lady Hornets are bringing back their Hornet Hustle Run and Walk 5K event on Friday, August the 5th at 9 p.m. Registration will take place from 8:30 until 8:45 p.m. That's going to be at the Edmonton Memorial Park. The cost is $20 per person. And that's a check of local sports.
This WCLU weather update brought to you by Southern States.
One thing's for sure, seasons do change. We might not be able to predict the date of the next cold snap, but at Southern States, in business since 1923, we've seen some patterns. We're ready to fill your tanks and make sure you won't be chilled out by the seasonal changes. Southern States is ready to help you with seed and fertilizer for your pastures and your home lawns. We just love helping our customers prepare for the next season. We're Southern States, 300 Sampson Street in Glasgow. Well, let's look at the WCLU forecast today. We've got a start of 73 degrees. Temperatures are jumping here. It's just starting to warm up. Pretty regular here. We went from 70 to 73 in about 20 minutes. So we have that warming trend coming up here. There's a 20% chance of a thunder shower today. Sunny and a high of 91. Tonight, a slight chance of showers, mostly clear with a low of 66. Wednesday, sunny and a high of 88. Wednesday night, mostly clear, low of 65. Sunny on Thursday, and 87 degrees is going to be the high. We have a big fat zero in the rain gauge from the past 24 hours, and so does everybody else in the state of Kentucky. We couldn't even squeeze a drop out of anything yesterday. Today might be a little bit different. We have at least the potential for a few isolated showers. We'll take it. 29.90 is the pressure. South winds at 3 miles an hour, 88% humidity. And as I said, an empty rain bucket. 73 WCLU weather brought to you by your friends located at Southern States Glasgow Cooperative, helping you through the seasonal change every day.
A message from the South Green Street Church of Christ.
The heart of the righteous studies how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours forth evil. Proverbs 15:28. We couldn't possibly overemphasize how important it is that we use the proper words. The way we speak reveals what's in our hearts. And even further than this, the way we speak, we'll have to give an account for that. We're going to have to explain to the almighty judge of the universe why we spoke the way we did, why we used the words that we used. Matthew 12:36, I tell you that on the day of judgment, people will give account for every careless word they speak. By your words you'll be justified. By your words you'll be condemned. What type of words are you using? This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
South Green Street Church of Christ, 306 South Green Street in Glasgow.
All right, here we are at 637 WCLU. Tickled to death to have you rolling along with us here on the Live and Local Morning Show. We got lots of stuff coming up. We're going to get into the archives here. Just in a moment, let me double check. I wanted to tell you about today. The Hart County Farmers Market is going to be taking place in downtown Munfordville in the parking lot of the former Sullivan Building, 7 o'clock this morning until 1 o'clock. That's right around the corner, so you can be ready for that. Coming up tomorrow, the Brawa Fun Day Camp. It's going to be out at Brawa from 9 until noon tomorrow, and there's only 10 spots available, $25 per session. I think that would be a lot of fun, but you better call this morning, 270-651-7297, and get signed up for the big Brawa Fun Day Camp that is coming up tomorrow. Let's talk more about ag with Brownfield this morning.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mark Dorenkamp with Brownfield Ag News Headlines. The USDA's Good to Excellent rating on corn held steady last week, while the soybean rating moved lower. The agency says 64% of U.S. corn is rated Good to Excellent, steady from a week ago, with 15% of the crop silking compared to the 5-year average of 25%. 62% of U.S. soybeans are called Good to Excellent, down 1%, with 32% blooming compared to 38% normally this time of year. More news coming up on Brownfield.
Hello, everyone. This is Joe and Rachel Dotson from Best One Tire in Glasgow.
We wanted to personally thank you for supporting our tire and repair business at 100 Shawn Lane.
Many of our customers come to us for ag and truck tire, but did you know we are capable of serving any size car or pickup?
With over 300 stores behind us, our buying power means we can pass on to you the very best pricing in our area.
We have many tires and tubes in stock, and we can do alignments on just about anything that rolls.
I was raised in Metcalfe County. After being away for a few years, Joe and I brought our family back to the area, and nothing brings us greater pleasure than servicing our neighbors when they are broke down in the field or on the road. We are here for you. We want to help you by taking the stress out of buying your next tires. We will work with any budget, anytime.
Come in and find out why we are the fastest growing tire company in Glasgow. We love this business. We love this town. Pretty soon you will be coming to our new store out on Highway 90 right here in Glasgow.
Best One Tire and Service, creating one raving fan at a time.
The cost of U.S. ag exports is rising without signals of slowing down. Tony Clayton with Clayton Agri-Marketing tells Brownfield 2 years ago it was about $500,000 to send a plane with livestock to China.
Now you can get a quote anywhere from $800,000 up to $1.2 million.
He says purchasing space on cargo planes has also sharply increased. Dr. Jack Shear with USDA's Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service tells Brownfield an African swine fever vaccine developed in Vietnam shows promise, but it's not ready to be used in the Dominican Republic or Haiti.
We are studying it and trying to decide where that vaccine is at, what testing needs to be completed in regards to efficacy, safety, and potency.
And accessibility to herbicide was a challenge for Eastern Iowa farmer Dave Walton.
We didn't necessarily get our first choice of things, but we got everything covered. Obviously, the price has gone up. Now I'm hearing from retailers that some of the prices, like glyphosate's come down some.
And he's concerned about propane supplies for harvest. I'm Mark Dorenkamp with Brownfield Ag News.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota LO1 series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota LO1 series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
See your local dealer, J&J Sales, on West Main Street in Glasgow.
Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
See your local dealer, J&J Sales, on West Main Street in Glasgow.
And the Ag Report from Brownfield this morning, always right on top of things. And it's brought to you by J&J Sales, as well as Best One Tire. And a neat addition here to the morning show. Good Morning Live, 73 degrees. How is your air conditioner getting the job done this year? Well, you can answer that a lot of different ways. You could say, I hope it keeps working. Whatever the answer is, you need to know about Eaton Refrigeration. Now, Eaton Refrigeration, they're located out on Austin Tracy Road, but they handle residential and commercial heating and cooling. They do refrigeration for commercial grade, and they also service commercial grills and fryers, too. Pretty handy to know about Eaton Refrigeration. They offer financing for service and parts with approved credit. They can run the application on location and let you know in a few short minutes if you're approved for the financing. Dallas and his staff are certified and ready to take care of all of your residential and commercial needs. You can actually call Kelly today at 270-646-2434. Schedule your seasonal inspection or service needs. That's a really neat service to be able to have a company like Eaton Refrigeration that can take care care of all of those things for you. And if need be, maybe it's in a business where things are a little bit tight, you can get financing and get that taken care of. We're talking Eaton Refrigeration.
When you or a loved one have been seriously injured in a wreck, it feels like you're losing control.
Bills are piling up. Your injuries may be preventing you from working. Don't leave your future in the hands of the insurance company.
They'll take advantage of you.
Call Hughes & Coleman today. We've been fighting to get our clients the most money possible for over 35 years.
Control starts with a call. Hughes & Coleman, 800-800-4600.
Principal office in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Services may be performed by others.
Everyone has the right to control their own future.
This is not the case if you've been seriously injured in a car wreck or a big truck wreck. The insurance company will take advantage of you.
We've recovered over $1 billion for our clients.
We're passionate about getting big dollar results for our clients.
Control starts with a call. Hughes & Coleman, 800-800-4600.
Principal office in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Services may be performed by others. Over $1 billion recovered for our clients in Kentucky and Tennessee.
73 degrees. I am late getting the birthdays on, so listen closely so you know about some of these birthday honorees here today. We have Dustin Pop, who is 25. Carrie Button celebrates today. Dr. Karen Small with a big birthday, too. It is Amanda Lyle. Dorothy Wood has a birthday. Kylie Brown. Now, Kylie is turning 1, and I want to make sure I get this right. We got a call from Mammy and Pappy. That's right. Kylie Brown's Mammy and Pappy wrote in to make sure that we had Kylie's very first birthday on the birthday list today. Congratulations. Nicole Houchins is having a birthday, and so is Jeff Hughes. We have Alan Dobson on the birthday list today. We know about Miss Abby Landrum. Miss Abby is turning 6 today. What about that? Anniversaries, we got them. We've got the big 44th anniversary for Eddie and Kathy Pettigo, a very nice couple with 44 years of wedded bliss today. We have Jeff and Tina Garman. They are celebrating their 19th anniversary. And we also have Jeff and Nancy Moore on our list of honorees here on this 12th day of July. 651-9149, 800-956-1023, and online here at WCLUradio.com. It is, by special request, Dorothy Wood Day on the radio. She's a nice gal indeed. If you happen to see Dorothy Wood around today, why don't you pat her on the back and remind her that she is as good as gold from her friends here at WCLU and a little taste of Texas. Here we go forward this morning with our enjoyable look backwards. That's right, it's the archives. 100 years worth of things that have impacted the way we are. And Sam Terry, well-known archivist, historian, just a good guy to have on your side, is going to join us here with color commentary on the archives right after we hear from Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services, longtime sponsor of the archives. And you know, history is made by the hard work that stands the test of time, and they are a testament to that at Joseph A. Wade.
When there's work to be done, you get to it. And Joseph A. Wade Incorporated is here to help. They repair and make hydraulic hoses and repair hydraulic cylinders. If there's a problem, the Joseph A. Wade hydraulic team will help you find a solution. They're also a distributor for Croyle products. Plus, black and orange nitrile gloves are back in stock. Locally owned and operated, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, here to help since 1985. Located in the curve of Industrial Drive in Glasgow.
Yes, I do enjoy catching up with Sam Terry right here. This program, we do this, and we have a good time doing it, but sometimes we've got to talk about things before we get on the air. Is that the way you get it, Sam?
It is indeed.
Glad to have you with us today, sir. We've got lots to talk about. We have 100 years worth of things that are fascinating. And I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, the news story in the Glasgow Times 100 years ago, that is a kicker for sure. Listen to this headline. Tom the Peeper, again making his appearance. Now, here's the story. I'm going to read this exactly as it was written in the Glasgow Times 100 years ago. Tom the Peeper, who literally lives up to his cognomen, is again on the job in Glasgow. Off and on the past few years, the city has been bothered with this despisable species of offender. Prowling by night, he seems to take particular delight in scaring the wits out of women by peeping in at the windows and sneaking around back doors. A mixture of a shotgun and a horsewhip is an effective remedy for such vermin. Do you think that the newspaper writer was on the side of Tom the Peeper? Nope.
Not at all.
But anyway, and of course that would be, as I even read this story, that thing chills me just because I'm thinking, what a bad way to, to scare somebody, to be a peeping Tom. Described as Tom the Peeper here, and his cognomen, which is a word I don't see a lot in print. Do you?
No, I don't.
So anyway, the newspaper says you might get rid of Tom with a shotgun and a horsewhip, and being that he's a vermin, just stay with that. But can you imagine 100 years ago how scary that would be, Sam? Or even today it would be scary, too.
It certainly would, and and I think 100 years ago it might be a little more so.
Yeah.
We don't have 100 years ago we didn't have all of the conveniences like street lights and
right.
Electricity,
doorbell cams,
everywhere, especially out in the country.
Yeah. You'd have to be pretty brave to try that, I guess. Anyway, I'm just scary to think about it. Let's go to 1932. This is an interesting story, one to be proud of here. The Daily News reported this day in 1932 that upwards of 50, count them, 50 out-of-town lawyers and judges from Kentucky attended the barbecue given by the Glasgow Bar Association in honor of Judge W.L. Porter, whose 90th birthday was celebrated by the occasion. Judge Porter is the oldest practicing lawyer in Kentucky and his former president of the Kentucky Bar Association. During all that time, Judge Porter has been a member of the bar. He has practiced in Glasgow. Along with the out-of-town guests, about 20 members of the Glasgow Bar and their guests made up more than 40 local people. The master of the barbecuing ceremonies was Dan Smiley, who has quite a splendid reputation as an artist over the barbecue pit. So, it sounds to me like we had a slew of lawyers in town for the purposes of chewing the fat and chewing the barbecue and celebrating Judge Porter's 90th birthday, Sam, in 1932.
Exactly. And, last week in the archives for 1922, Judge Porter was celebrating his 80th birthday.
Yeah.
And was examining young lawyers in Frankfurt. And obviously he continued on. He lived to be 95 and continued practicing all of that time as well.
And I'm sure that everybody had a good time just talking, because, lawyers don't really necessarily always get to sit around and just talk about whatever they want to, because they've always got something to be working on. But in this situation, I know it was very enjoyable for everybody involved. 1942, the Glasgow Republican had this story as the headline: cooperating with the War Production Board's drive to salvage waste fats and greases from the nation's kitchens, the A&P Tea Company announced today that beginning this month, waste will be purchased from housewives at meat counters of its stores throughout the country. Considered one of the most important salvage programs proposed, the effort is aimed at increasing the nation's supply of glycerin, a fat derivative vital in the production of explosives for bombs and shells. What a different day and time that was. Go back to the store and sell your grease. Back to the meat counter back there, and they'll pay you for the grease and turn around and use it in bombs and shells. But that was the war effort, Sam.
It was, and that was a new one for me. I had not heard of that previously.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the price of was for the selling of the fat. Probably made a couple of years there of green beans not taste as good. Putting that big dip in there when they were cooking the beans. But anyway, it was part of every way you could to help the war effort, for sure, in 1942. 1952, we got more people coming to town here in the Glasgow Times, Sam. Preparations are now underway for about 1,000 Barron County farmers and members of their families to attend the annual outing and the fish fry of the Barron County Farm Bureau. The fish fry will again be staged at Cavalry Field, south of Glasgow, on the Jackson Highway. During the business meeting, officers for the farm organization will be elected together with members of the board of directors. Also scheduled for this big event is the election of the Farm Bureau King and Queen. 1,000 folks expected. I bet it was a big deal for sure with a big fish fry, Sam.
That's quite a crowd.
It is. That's right. Better not run out of fish. Somebody had the plan for that, didn't they?
Absolutely. It sounds like Cavalry Field was pretty full.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of fish frying going on down there. And, of course, notice south of Glasgow, which you wouldn't really consider that south of Glasgow now, but that just shows how the shape of the town has changed quite a bit. All right, got to love this story out of Hiceville, Kentucky. Another one of your hometown stories right here. Listen to this, Sam. And the Republican writes the headline this way: "Bevy of beauties seek Hiceville's beauty crown." Wait till you hear this bevy, Sam. The Hiceville Lions Club will open North Barron's biggest community fair with a bevy of beauties competing for the Hiceville Beauty title. The All-Hiceville Beauty Show will be climaxed with a high school age event, ages 15 through 1962 graduates. Those expected to compete are Janice Brandstetter and Sharon Bryant, Sharon Irvin, Julia Eubank, Carol Ann Ford, Julia Hundley, Carolyn Jewell, Martha Carol London, Ruth Martin, Juanita Meadows, Erlene Norris, Janice Pettigo, Janice Peterson, Ann Bruce Strader, Bonnie Taylor, Carolyn Taylor, and Pat Taylor. Now, that is, by definition, a bevy for sure, isn't that, Sam?
It certainly is.
And there's the archivist here notes that a later edition of the newspaper announced that Janice Brandstetter was the winner and Carolyn Taylor was the runner-up. July of 1962. You know, that's a large, for a town the size of Hiceville, that is quite the representation of beauties for the Lions Club there in 1962. But hey, why not be a part of something big? I like that.
All familiar names.
That's right. All right, speaking of familiar names, this day in 1972, Mr. D.T. Froge was named to the head of the new division created in the Kentucky Department of Mines and Minerals, which will enforce a new law which provides for licensing of anyone who explodes 5 pounds of explosives in a single blast. Now, that was a big job for Mr. Froge there in 1972, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
Of course, D.T. Froge, well known for his prowess, all things chemical, and he understands all those kind of things. And the Kentucky Department of Mines and Minerals picked up on that, and they got him involved in providing a license. If you're going to explode 5 pounds in a single blast or more, you're going to have to go through D.T. Froge to get that done. So that was 1972. 1982, the Glasgow High School class reunion was held at the home of Mrs. Betty Biggers at 188 Wingate. And this, since this is 1972, I can tell you, since this is a part of my family, it was not Mrs. Betty Biggers' high school reunion. It was her son Stephen Earle's high school reunion, class of 72, that was held over there at Miss Biggers' home at 188 Wingate. So that class of 72, that was a stellar class at Glasgow High School, and I know they had a big time getting together at Stephen's house for sure.
It certainly was. And nice to look back to a time when you had people actually having their class reunion at someone's home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why, you didn't have to necessarily have a big hall or gymnasium or something to do it. Just come on over and let's just sit back and relax. All right, 1992. This was the day that Letitia Hughes was announced as the winner of the Miss Farmers RECC title. This was at the 54th annual meeting of the cooperative. Jill Wilkerson was the first runner-up. Erica Passmore was the second runner-up, and Amy Reese was named Miss Congeniality. We're doing some heavy name-dropping on fine young ladies again in 1992, Sam. 2002, the Barron County Progress reported new FRECC officers. C.F. Martin Jr., the chairman. Neil Pendergraft is the vice chairman. And Eddie Hatchett is the secretary-treasurer. Some big names in our community and big names in the history of Farmers RECC as well being announced there in 2002.
And Farmers RECC should also be recognized as a history-making organization that changed everything about Barron County and some of the surrounding counties.
That's right. And, you know, think about that tough job to electrify a community with all of the different geographic challenges that we have, and look what they've done. It's to be proud of for sure. This day in 2012, the Barron County Progress reported that the Real Generation Film Festival was held at the Plaza Theater going on through Saturday. That was a neat idea that some people had to kind of, you know, encourage youngsters to get involved in film production and being creative. And this was before TikTok. And quite a bit more of a commitment to do it if you were generating films. And this Real Generation Film Festival was a good deal there in 2012.
Certainly was. And the person who had that brainstorm and put it into action was Miss Rita Ryherd.
Indeed.
Who was quite proud of the Plaza Theater, and of course still is.
Yes.
And wanted to be able to showcase it to people from all over Kentucky, and it was a great idea. The films that were part of that competition were outstanding and extremely creative, and some of those now young adults are professional filmmakers.
It was certainly something that kind of shed light on a part of our community and a facility in our community that people weren't as familiar with, but thanks to that, now they are, Sam. I have certainly digested these archives and enjoyed all about this bevy of beauties and all these lawyers coming to town, and Tom the Peeper even, you know. Better watch out. Somebody's going to be coming after him with a horsewhip and whatever else they said they were going to use to get him. But nonetheless, yes, yeah, that's right, a shotgun. I forgot what the prescription was, but I'm sure they got it done. It's in the archives. Thank you for your wisdom on this show, sir.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
We'll reconvene tomorrow and do some more interesting archival stuff, okay? Have a good day, Sam.
Okay. You too.
All right. Thank you. Sam Terry. The archives brought to you by Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
When you look around Glasgow and Barron County, you see that South Central Bank's roots run deep, having served generations of families and supported some of the most significant business growth in the region. We are proud to be a part of this community. For 50 years, our customers have received superior service from South Central Bank, and we remain committed to that. We continue to build relationships that are making an impact on the community we call home. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Let's look at the way we're shaping up weather-wise today. A 20% chance of a thunder shower, sunshine and 91. Tonight, a slight chance of a shower. It'll be clear overall, low of 66. Wednesday, sunshine and 88. Wednesday night, clear and 65. Thursday, sunny and 87. The radar screen is quiet this morning, even though there is a slight potential of a few sprinkles today, but we got to go with what we got, and that's where we are. 29.90 is the pressure. South winds at 3 miles an hour. 74 now. We are rapidly warming up this morning. Weather brought to you by the good folks helping you take care of your financial needs every day at South Central Bank.
If you suffer from joint pain, from arthritis, or an injury, you already know the traditional treatment
treatments, pain meds and steroids, and then surgery, right? Hey, it's Henry Royce with great news from the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. This is an advanced, exciting, and natural alternative that can give you lasting relief using your body's own healing power. Listen, steroid shots are toxic to your joints. Pain meds are addictive, and nobody wants to go under the knife. It is 2022, and those old ways are out, and the new ways are in. Regenerative medicine can restore and repair damaged joint tissue using the natural biologics. No drugs, no downtime, no surgery. QC Kinetics regenerative protocols can address any pain in any joint and give you the quality of life that you deserve. Call now and schedule your free consultation. 270-974-4500. That's 270-974-4500. QC Kinetics. 270-974-4500.
We are fixing to play trivia here this morning. Let me tell you about something coming up Thursday of this week that I want you to check on. It's the teacher workshop at Mammoth Cave National Park. Actually, it starts tomorrow and it goes through Thursday, so we need to move faster than what I first thought. Wednesday and Thursday, this is open for all 4th through 8th grade teachers. That's right. It's a teacher workshop at Mammoth Cave. The teachers involved are selected on a first-come basis, and it's based on emails that are received at this address. And, of course, we can give this to you because it's hard to write down email addresses, I have found. Or maybe it's just me, but it's MACA_environmental_ED at nps.gov. Send in an email. You could be a teacher that gets to go to that teacher workshop.
Little Caesars presents delicious duos like bacon and eggs, spaghetti and meatballs, and of course peanut butter and jelly. Now Little Caesars brings you a large, hot and ready slices and sticks. A delicious duo featuring 4 slices of pepperoni pizza, together with 8 tasty slices of Italian cheese sticks, plus crazy sauce for only $6. Little Caesars hot and ready slices and sticks is just $6. Available every day when you walk in between 4 and 8 at Little Caesars.
Pizza. At participating locations plus tax. Prices may vary.
651-9149, 800-956-1023. And waiting for you on the other end of that line is a pizza. If you can answer this question, Little Caesars says we'd love to provide you with a prized pizza for being smart. Here we go. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. What city has all of the same professional sports teams' colors? What city has every professional sports team's colors the same? There's only one city in the country that has pro sports teams, and the team colors for all of those teams are the same colors. Do you know? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Hello, Trivia.
Hello, is it Pittsburgh?
It is Pittsburgh. And who is this speaking?
This is Tanya.
Hey, Tanya, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. You hadn't been on here in a while. We had to wait till we got a sports question going, right?
That's right.
All right.
And it's my favorite team. So.
Okay. So, Tanya, tell me, so is that how you know about Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Okay.
I love the Steelers.
Black and gold. That is that's the colors of your favorite team, the Steelers. It's also the colors of your favorite, everybody's favorite team, the Pirates, and, of course, the Penguins. They all have the colors of black and gold. Brendan did a little research for me right here, and he looked it up. At the black and gold is the flag color for the family of William Pitt, the guy that Pittsburgh was named after. And so they said, well, hey, his family flag is black and gold. I don't know which team was first, but they made... I guess it was the Pirates. They made the team colors black and gold, and along comes the Steelers, and along comes the Penguins. It's interesting, Tanya, to realize that that's the only city in the country that has the same colors for all of their professional sports teams.
Keeping it simple.
That's right. And see there, plus you're a big fan, right?
That's right.
Okay. Well, Tanya, if I remember right, is your last name Houchins?
It is.
Okay, because I'm going to put that on there because that way, because if we just mail this to any Tanya out there, we don't know who will get it. So hang on a second. I'll get the rest of your address, okay?
All right, and thank you.
Thank you very much. Tanya Houchins, she knows those because she is a Steelers fan. She knows that the black and gold is the color of the Pirates and the Steelers and the Penguins. And that knowledge is going to get her a pizza. We'll go somewhere tomorrow with a different question. You come on back. You might be yet another winner here on WCLU.
Good morning from Forever Communications. WCLU Glasgow, W276VO Glasgow, WLLI Muffordville, WLYE Glasgow, W253BN Glasgow. Good morning live.
CBS News Brief. The Biden administration says federal law trumps state law on abortions for pregnant women whose lives are at risk. Loyola Law's Lori Levinson.
Now, this would be something that might help with ectopic pregnancies or complications of pregnancies or things that are very severe medical conditions.
January 6th, investigators hold another public hearing today. They say they'll connect the dots between former President Trump and far-right groups. Democrat Stephanie Murphy.
We learned that they came with explosives, they came armed, they came with maps of the Capitol, and with plans that extended beyond just a peaceful protest.
Police in Southern California searching for a gunman after 2 people were killed, 3 wounded in robberies at 6 different 7-Elevens. Jim Hirsch's son is among the dead.
I am so angry at this. I never thought all this commotion in the world right now would affect me. But it's under my roof.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Nurse practitioners Paula West and Haley Cavanaugh at the TJ Health Cape City Clinic offer experienced health care for all your family's needs, including family medicine care, pediatric care treating children starting at birth, along with cardiology services. The TJ Health Cape City Clinic across from Save-A-Lot is open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Appointments are recommended. Walk-ins are accepted based on availability. For additional information, visit tjregionalhealth.org/Cape City. TJ Regional Health. Total local care.
When you look around Glasgow and Barron County, you see that South Central Bank's roots run deep. Having served generations of families and supported some of the most significant business growth in the region, we are proud to be a part of this community. For 50 years, our customers have received superior service from South Central Bank, and we remain committed to that. We continue to build relationships that are making an impact on the community we call home. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Good day. It's Tuesday, July 12th, 2022, 74 degrees currently and 7:10 this morning. Welcome into WCLU Local News. I'm Brennan Crane. It's great to have you with us today. Looks like temperatures 91 degrees is where we're going today. A 40% chance of showers, mainly this afternoon, however, during that afternoon drive time, 3 o'clock. Tonight, a 30% chance of showers, partly cloudy, a low around 65 degrees. The rest of the week looks like it's going to be pretty dry. Slight chance of showers by the end of the week, but really through the rest of the work week, sunny skies and highs hovering there in the low 80s and upper 90s. The Glasgow Independent School Board met in regular session at the central office yesterday evening. Items on their agenda included updates to the new South Green Elementary School construction project, the possible acquisition of real property, and the next step in the process of finding a new superintendent. In last month's meeting, CEO of Alliance Corporation Tommy Gum says there could be a delay in the building project due to a national shortage of concrete. Fortunately, these delays have been minimal. Gum says there are other Alliance Corporation projects that are suffering from the cement rationing, just like the school's projects.
Feel very fortunate here that we haven't had any major holdups. A lot of work done the last 30 days.
The insulated concrete form, which is called ICF, is continuing to be built. Floor slabs have been poured, and in the next few weeks, a roof structure will start to be seen there on the new South Green Elementary School project.
Our bar joist came in early, a little earlier, about 30 days earlier than we expected. So once we get to bearing height on the cafeteria and the gymnasium, probably in the next 30 to 45 days, we'll see some roof structure go up over there.
The work on the driveway and blacktop is progressing as well. That area is scheduled to be complete before school starts. Chad Mullenkamp, who is the Director of Facilities and Pupil Personnel for Glasgow Independent Schools, has been very impressed with the progress Alliance Corporation has made on the new school building, especially navigating through all of the unexpected challenges that they faced this year.
Where we're at right now, Alliance has been doing an outstanding job for us.
looking out, checking out, especially with the current conditions with concrete and struggles and the scheduling, and they've just been a great entity to be working with through this process and really trying to make sure that we get the best product and moving things forward. And so I just want to acknowledge that part.
Later in the meeting, the school board entered into a closed session on 2 separate occasions. The first was for deliberations on the future acquisition of real property. According to the agenda, a closed session was decided due to the potential that publicity would likely affect the value of that specific piece of property that was to be acquired by the public agency. And of course, that is a pretty standard procedure. Now, the second closed session, that was to discuss the next step in the hiring process of the next superintendent of Glasgow Independent Schools. The media timeline, which was released by the screening committee, required that recommendations be made to the board no later than July 11th, and that was done yesterday. After an interview process, the new superintendent of Glasgow Schools will be revealed to the public on Monday, July 25th. No actions were taken during either of those closed sessions. Now, keep in mind that Monday, July 25th, that's the new golden date, if you will. That's when we're expected to know who the new superintendent might be. And of course, yesterday's meeting, that's when the screening committee had some conversation there with the school board about who they have screened, who they're recommending to the board. But the board, of course, has that final authority to hire the new superintendent for Glasgow Independent Schools. A Metcalfe County man is still missing after he was last seen July 8th. Metcalfe officials say they were dispatched to 5416 Breeding Road in reference to a missing person Sunday. Personnel arrived and learned 35-year-old Corey Hart had left his residence last week and had not been seen since. Hart is described as a white male who is 5 feet 9 inches and 180 pounds. He has dark blonde hair, a medium build, and blue eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark-colored short-sleeve shirt with khaki-colored tactical pants. He could have had a dark gym bag, according to a news release. Hart is a retired member of the Armed Services. Police say anyone with information regarding Hart's whereabouts, you're urged to contact the Metcalfe Sheriff's Office. They're at 270-432-3041, or you can email the Metcalfe County Emergency Management at EKID, that's EKIDD, at metcalfecom.com. That's the email there for the emergency management. Well, a bit of unfortunate news. A dinner show planned this weekend and produced by the Far Off Broadway Players, it's been canceled due to illness among cast and crew. Dearly Departed was slated to be shown this weekend at the Cave City Convention Center on July 15th through the 17th. 2 days of the showing were planned to be a luncheon and a dinner show. According to a Facebook post posted yesterday by the group, quote, "The Far Off Broadway Players sincerely apologize to all their wonderful sponsors and patrons for having to make this very difficult decision," unquote. The production was rescheduled to July 7th through the 9th of 2023 at the Convention Center, according to that post. Those who purchase tickets online, they'll be reimbursed by the ticket company. The post saying that notification of a refund should occur within 24 hours of Monday afternoon's announcement. Those who have complimentary tickets, they'll be allowed to use them at next year's showing. And finally, today, UPS awarded a grant in the amount of $7,300 to Junior Achievement of South Central Kentucky. These funds will help provide funding for educational programming for local K-12 students on financial literacy, work readiness, and entrepreneurship. Junior Achievement of South Central Kentucky provides in-classroom and virtual learning opportunities for students at no cost to any of the schools. Funds from the International Paper Grant, they'll help pay for support materials, training, volunteer recruiting, and evaluation of students as they work to make a learning process in the classroom a high-impact effort. 7:16, 74 degrees. No activity on this morning's 911 activity report. We'll be right back.
Nurse practitioners Paula West and Haley Cavanaugh at the TJ Health Cave City Clinic offer experienced health care for all your family's needs, including family medicine care, pediatric care treating children starting at birth, along with cardiology services. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic across from Save-A-Lot is open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Appointments are recommended. Walk-ins are accepted based on availability. For additional information, visit tjregionalhealth.org/Cave City. TJ Regional Health. Total local care.
Dakota Ray Elmore and his staff of professional realtors humbly thank those who voted Elmore Realty and Auction as the best of the Barron Real Estate Agency. These are accolades that are not taken lightly. Auctioning estates, dividing farms for auction, and marketing property for sale can be a tremendous challenge, but our team is confident in our knowledge and expertise to guide our clients successfully through these significant life events. We thank you for that vote of confidence. Whether you're selling timber, the family farm, some newly developed property, or your home, turn to the best of the Barron. Turn to Elmore. Saturday, August 6th, the Elmore team is selling a 3-bedroom, 1-bath brick home situated on a 5.8-acre tract, 200 Penny Lane off the Burkesville Road. Wait till you see the list of personal property, too, including a Husqvarna zero-turn mower, an M-Farm all tractor, bush hog, log splitter, and furniture galore. You see, we take being the best of Barron seriously, and we're not going to let you down at Elmore Realty and Auction, the name you've grown to trust and continue to trust in Barron County since 1935.
When we lost Frank, we lost a good friend. Father, husband, colleague, and coach. He meant a lot to all of us.
Today, we had a chance to tell him that.
When someone close to you passes on, you want to commemorate their life in a special way. That's why individual requests are such an important part of our funeral services. We strive to meet your specific needs for the most fitting service for your loved ones. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, a celebration of love.
Healthcare changes all the time, but at Hatchet Home Medical, we're a consistent friend to help you navigate the road to good health. We are your headquarters for all types of equipment and supplies to let you recuperate at home, and we keep up with all the changes. So let us file the paperwork for insurance reimbursement. Hatchet Home Medical's huge showroom and warehouse on Park Avenue in Glasgow lets us stock what you need, and our trained technicians are courteous and helpful when setting up and instructing you or your caretakers. We feature a 24-hour on-call phone number to help in emergencies. And remember, all healthcare professionals, Hatchet's Home Medical has the area's largest selection of nurses' uniforms and supplies, featuring the best of name brands. Whether you need a wheelchair, walker, hospital bed, or other assistive device, the name to remember is Hatchet Home Medical in the Park Avenue Shopping Center in Glasgow. Phone 651-9551.
Welcome back into WCLU Local News 719, 74 degrees on this Tuesday, July 12th. In news this hour, a Kentucky man charged with killing 3 officers in an ambush while police were serving a protective order has been indicted on 20 charges. 49-year-old Lance Stores was indicted Monday on 3 counts of murder of a police officer and 6 counts of attempted murder of an officer. Police say Stores opened fire on a group of officers June 30th at his home in Floyd County. Stores was also indicted on 7 counts of wanton endangerment against a police officer, 3 counts of assault, and 1 count of assaulting a service animal. Officials say Kentucky will end the 2022 fiscal year with a budget surplus. The Office of State Budget Director says general fund receipts totaled $14.7 billion, which exceeded estimates by more than $900 million. The office said in a statement that receipts grew by 14.6% over last year, making it the highest growth rate in 31 years. Officials say road fund revenues totaled $1.67 billion, which was 2% more than last year, but just under estimates. The final budget surplus will be figured when accounting records for expenditures are completed later this month. Lottery retailers in nearly every state are clustered in lower-income neighborhoods, driving a wealth transfer from less affluent and educated Americans to the multinational corporations that are increasingly managing the day-to-day operations of the state-sanctioned gambling games. A new investigation from the Howard Center for Investigative Journalism at the University of Maryland found that in almost every state, lottery retailers are concentrated in lower-income neighborhoods that are disproportionately Black and Hispanic. The investigation also used for the first time mobile phone data to show that lottery retail store customers are mostly local. The center also found few checks on aggressive advertising and marketing of those games. And finally, today, state regulators say several horses that were feared dead by animal advocates following a weekend of racing at one of New Mexico's premier horse tracks, well, they're all alive and well. Officials with the New Mexico Racing Commission say only one animal died after being injured during a race at Ruidoso Downs, and that photographs and veterinary reports show the other 7 were fine Monday morning. The group Animal Wellness Action had raised concerns about the horses' welfare. The criticisms come as advocates push for track owners and regulators nationwide to be more vigilant as new safety mandates take hold and as the industry prepares to adopt more uniform anti-doping rules. 722, 74 degrees. Have a great Tuesday. I'm Brennan Crane.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Results are guaranteed or your money back. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Please leave a message at the beep.
Hey, it's me, your old pal Fun, checking back in. Listen, we gotta get back down to Holiday World and Splash and Safari. What do you say? Blasting out of the barn on Thunderbird, high-speed splashing on Cheetah Chase, and this summer, they've got a mind-blowing drone and fireworks show every night for 6 weeks. Tickets are still at holidayworld.com. Come on! Oh, the kids want to say something. Go ahead.
Green Talking! Green Talking! Green Country!
Good morning live, 724, 74 degrees. We always enjoy having company, and we have a good friend, Steve Jones, with CASA of Southern Kentucky, who is with us again. Steve, always glad to have you here, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Always great to be here.
Well, and you know, we're getting used to having you here, and I guess I'm looking forward to the day when you walk in here and say, hey, we don't really need volunteers.
Oh, I would love that.
But the problem does not seem to go away, and the problem of getting good volunteers to participate in the wonderful, wonderful mission of CASA of Southern Kentucky is right here. We got a training coming up, but first let's remind everybody exactly what CASA of Southern Kentucky does.
Sure. CASA actually stands for Court-Appointed Special Advocates, and what we do is we recruit and train community volunteers to serve as the voice of the children in the family court system. They'll have a social worker, and they'll have what's called a guardian ad litem or an attorney, but all those people have other cases, other people they're dealing with. Our advocates are one-on-one with the child or the children in that case. They don't have any other children they're working with. They can focus specifically just on that one case to be an extra set of eyes and ears for the family court judge and report back to the judge and make recommendations on what we think needs to happen next in that child.
Well, and I think that through your program and getting volunteers and working so hard to get local folks involved, it's making a difference, because I hear from so many people about how rewarding it has been because they have made a difference in the lives of a child and in the lives of families.
Exactly, and a little bit of good news. We were always saying that for the past 3 years we had ranked #1 in the nation for abuse and neglect. In 2021 we dropped to #5. Kentucky dropped to #5. So it's still not a good place to be, but we're not #1 in abuse and neglect right now.
It's the right direction. And now with all that said, let's focus on why you're here today.
Exactly.
All the folks who are listening locally here have a chance to get involved because there's some new advocate training coming up.
And we're coming up with our August training, and all of our August trainings from about 3 years ago are held here in Glasgow.
Okay.
So if you live in Barron County or Metcalfe or Hart, and certainly also if you live in Warren, but for those first 3 counties, it's easier to get to this training because you don't have to drive all the way to Bowling Green where other trainings are at.
Right.
But the training is the 4 consecutive Thursdays in August. That's the 4th, the 11th, the 18th, and 25th, from 8:30 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. We do provide lunch. It's mandated at the national level of CASA that all trainings are a total of 30 hours, and that's why it may seem like a lot of time, but the training is the single largest chunk of time you'll ever spend working on a case for CASA. Once you get a child on your case, you average anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a month working for the child.
And what a small investment. Everybody's time is valuable, but my goodness, helping somebody who couldn't do this on their own has a tremendous, immeasurable reward, Steve.
Most definitely. I mean, I became involved with CASA about 4 years ago. I went through the summer training and became a volunteer before I started working for CASA. A position just happened to open up after I was a volunteer for a year.
Right.
So I can address being a volunteer both from the side of actually being a volunteer and having a child and children on a case, and also being a staff member. And it's an incredibly rewarding experience, one of the best rewarding experiences I've had as a volunteer.
Of course, the clock is ticking. If you want to get in on the August training, you've got to apply by July the 22nd. Now, explain why we've got to get this done, Steve.
Well, you've got to apply by July 22nd because we run 3 background checks on you, because obviously you're going to be working with children and abused and neglected children. And there's some paperwork and things we have to process. So that deadline is a little soft. I mean, if you came to me the morning of July 22nd or the 23rd and say, hey, I want to do this, I'll get you in. We're just going to have to hustle to get everything in on time.
Yeah. Well, and this is a really good, this paper that you brought me, I don't expect people to be able to see it, but it's chock full of information. Where can I download this if I want to be a CASA volunteer?
You can go to our website, which is www.casaofsk.org, and click on the volunteer link, and you'll see this flyer and along with a bunch of other information.
Yeah. It talks about what the first chapter is all the way through chapter 8 as you prepare to become a CASA advocate.
Yeah, a lot of people are concerned that, they say I don't have a background in working with social services, or I don't know family law, and none of that matters. All that matters is that you have a caring and compassionate heart for children. We'll give you the other information. We'll teach you what you need to know about family court. We'll teach you what you need to know about interacting with social workers in the cabinet.
Well, Steve, let's give us that website one more time right here.
It's www.casaofsk.org, or you can always give us a call at 270-782-5353 and just ask for me, Steve.
You've done a great job of making the community more aware that this even exists, much less the problem, which people probably know the problem is there, but they don't realize how they can be involved in getting involved with CASA, and this is a really great way to do it. And having the training in August in Barron County, that's a big deal too.
Yes, it's really convenient for people that live here in Barron County.
And if you really want to get pumped up, I know that Steve will let you call and talk to him, because he went from being a volunteer to working for him. He's a company man for sure. And how can they do that, Steve?
Just give me a call at 270-782-5353.
Okay, thanks a lot. And again, we'll get this. People get this downloaded. We have this one here at the radio station, and we can help you all get hooked up. If you heard Steve's presentation, but really wasn't exactly able to get written it all down this particular morning, we can help you. Just give us a call here at the radio station. Okay, Steve, does that cover everything?
That sounds great.
Steve Jones, CASA, getting ready for the big August training coming up here locally, but really got to get signed up by the 22nd. And boy, what a feeling it'll be to make a difference. Let's turn to local sports. Join the South Central Kentucky East Fellowship of Christian Athletes for a one-day multi-sport faith-based day camp for boys and girls in grades K through 5. It's coming up this Friday the 15th at 7:30 a.m. Coaches from area high schools will be on site to teach sport-specific clinics and to lead devotionals. Clinics will include football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, soccer, dance, track, cheer, archery, archery, tennis, softball, and golf. The cost is $25 per camper. That includes breakfast, lunch, a snack, and a T-shirt. Scholarship information is available on request. The Metcalfe County Middle School Lady Hornets are bringing back their Hornet Hustle Run and Walk 5K event on Friday, August the 5th at 9 p.m. Registration will take place from 8:30 until 8:45 p.m. That's going to be the Edmonton Memorial Park. The cost is $20 per person. And that's a check of local sports. We're at 7:31 this morning on WCLU, and the next thing on my agenda to get done is to get us on the air with What's Cooking. That's right, and What's Cooking is brought to you as a service of the good folks at Sustainable Glasgow, the bounty of the Barons. And they're the sponsor of What's Cooking. We'll get to that just in a second. But boy, do we have a big event coming up here this weekend for Sustainable Glasgow. You can cultivate the economy with community, presenting the big evening at the Grove. That's right. This is the big event, a family fundraising event at the Grove that is coming up this particular Friday evening. I'm sorry, this particular Saturday evening. I want to get the right date in there. Saturday the 16th. It's called Get Groovin' at the Grove. We've had Brandy Johnson up here talking about it on the radio, but the clock is ticking. Bring the whole family for this family fundraising event, Get Groovin' at the Grove, Saturday night. And it's going to start at 5 p.m. and goes until 9 p.m. Everything from music by From the Barn to kids' activities to adult drink specials, a story walk, face painting. Also, there's going to be lots of things like scavenger hunt, fairy houses, and a whole lot more. And there's going to be seashell shrimp, roll-aged burgers, and New Orleans-style snowballs are all going to be there. And this is Sustainable Glasgow's big fundraiser event. Cultivate the economy with community. It's Get Groovin' at the Grove. It's Saturday, 5 o'clock. Write it down on the calendar. And a big thank you to Extreme Fitness, to German American Bank, and to Glasgow Tire, the corporate sponsors of Get Groovin' at the Grove. Now let's go and find out what's cooking.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of What's Cooking. Today I am at Jellystone Park in Cave City, Mammoth Cave area, joined by Miss Chasey Vincent. She's in charge of the food services that goes on in the park. And you know, I grew up, spent many summers here at Jellystone. I love the water slide, love the pools, love the mini golf. But you know, as much as I want things to kind of stay the same, sometimes change is good. And the food is definitely the best change I think that's come to Jellystone Park. So tell us a little bit about the food.
Well, we offer Nathan's all beef hot dogs, and they're really, really good. We do fries. You can get them loaded with chili, cheese, bacon, ranch, any or all of that. We offer Hunt's Brothers Pizza. It's $11.99, no extra charge for any toppings, so just get it how you want it.
There's something here on your menu that you say everybody loves. It's probably the most popular item on your menu, and that's what we're going to be making today.
Yes, sir.
So what is that?
I would say the cheese, bacon, ranch fries.
Make sure I understand. Cheese, bacon, and ranch on top of French fries.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's not something you're going to find in your average picnic basket, as Yogi would say. But hey, it's going to be filling and probably really tasty, especially to somebody smarter than the average bear. So what do you say we step back here and we'll see how these cheese, bacon, ranch fries are made.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll be right back after this.
The Sustainable Glasgow, Kentucky Proud Bounty of the Barons Farmers Market has begun, and it is every Saturday from 8 a.m. till noon on the courthouse lawn in downtown Glasgow. Expect to find an array of fresh vegetables, meats, breads, baked goods, plants, and crafts, all from farmers and local producers. So join your friends and neighbors Saturday mornings, and thank you to our community partners South Central Bank, TJ Sampson Community Hospital, Kentucky Proud, and Sustainable Glasgow, local foods, local folks, local music.
We're back here in the kitchen at the snack bar at Jellystone, and I'm going to show you how we make our cheese, bacon, ranch fries. So I've got a basket of fries. I'm going to drop down in the oil. They cook for 3 minutes. So our alarm has went off. We're going to pull these out of the fryer. Shake off some of the grease. Go right here. Give it a good shake of salt. Throw some fries around. Now we're going to put them in a basket. We got our cheese. I put 2 spoons of cheese on there. Then a big spoon of bacon. And then we put on a good helping of ranch. And here are our cheesy bacon ranch fries. And come on over to Jellystone and get you some to try there.
Make sure I get a little bit of everything.
Yes,
the cheese,
sir.
the fries, the bacon, all the ooey gooey goodness. Your cheesy bacon ranch French fries. My goodness.
Pretty good.
You know, for 4 ingredients, potato, bacon, ranch, cheese. That's really good. And you know, sometimes when people they like to put ranch on everything, and sometimes they overdo it. And the ranch flavor covers up everything else. But with the cheese and the bacon, you got a nice balance and a nice blend of all 3 of those. Everything you love in it. Potatoes,
Yes.
bacon, cheese, covered in ranch. So thank you so much for having me here and making this for me.
Yes, sir.
I might have found my new favorite menu item in Jellystone. Everybody come here to Jellystone. It's in Cave City, almost at Mammoth Cave. Enjoy the water parks. Enjoy some mini golf. Enjoy the arcade. Enjoy the playgrounds. Enjoy your time and enjoy the food. Until next week, I'm Jordan Smith for What's Cooking.
That's right. Great job, Jordan, on What's Cooking. And we talked about this the other day when we first aired this, that if you've got somebody that wants to come to our community and wants to know some of the things to do, you just click them on WCLUradio.com and look at that version of What's Cooking and see the Jellystone Park presentation right there. And they'll see how friendly we are and what special places we have around here and all that sort of stuff. And it's just another cool thing. What's Cooking? All right, brought to you today, as I said, by Sustainable Glasgow. And, of course, don't forget the big event coming up this weekend. It's called Get Groovin' at the Grove, 5 o'clock on Friday afternoon. It will be a fun-filled evening for sure. 7:39, I think what I need to do is to get over here and get caught up on birthdays because we have some really nice folks who are celebrating birthdays today. I told you about Kylie Brown turning 1 today. Did I tell you that was sent in by Kylie's Mammy and Pappy? That's right, Mammy and Pappy want to wish Kylie Brown happy number 1. We've got Alan Dobson with a birthday today. Abby Landrum is 6. Jeff Hughes, happy birthday, Jeff. Nicole Houchins. Dorothy Wood. Amanda Lyle. Dustin Pop is 25 today. Carrie Button has a birthday. Dr. Karen Small has a birthday today, too. Anniversaries, Jeff and Nancy Moore. Jeff and Tina Garman, number 19 for the Garmans. And number 44, that's right, number 44 for Eddie and Kathy Pettigo. Nice couple indeed. 651-9149-800-956-1023. And online we're here for you at WCLUradio.com. It is Dorothy Wood Day on the radio. If you happen to see Dorothy Wood around town today, you be sure to pat her on the back and remind her that she's as good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas, regardless of the celebration, it's made better, it's made more special when you celebrate with a little taste of Texas.
Made from scratch?
Yep.
All of it?
Made from scratch.
Lunch?
Yep.
Dinner?
Look, everything at J&J Country Cooking in Fountain Run is made from scratch. From their daily specials, just $8.99 with drink Tuesday through Saturday, to their burgers and fries, lunch and dinner plates, kids' meals, and more. It's some of the most delicious country cooking around, and J&J Country Cooking makes it all from scratch.
Made from scratch?
Yes, and made from scratch also means you'll find your neighbors and friends oftentimes rocking on the J&J front porch. It's like a little piece of heaven right there in Fountain Run, Kentucky.
Made from scratch.
Bless your heart. Made from scratch comfort food, Tuesday through Saturday at J&J Country Cooking in Fountain Run. Start with their amazing appetizers. Then fill your spoon with a bowl of warm and wonderful soup, or pizza, or the Big J Burger, or any of their other spectacular sandwiches, and plenty of Southern fixins. Oh, and make sure you leave room for J&J's decadent desserts.
You know, that Scratch must be a really good cook.
Scratch is not a person. Made from scratch means it's
J&J Country Cooking, 325 Mill Street in Fountain Run. Next to home, it's the best place to eat.
Yeah, and Scratch is now serving lunch meat sandwiches, combos like ham or turkey or bologna with the fixings. Boy, does that sound good. Comes with chips and a canned drink for $4. That's every day. Have some lunch at J&J Cooking.
Weather brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards and Private Caregiver Referral Services. When roles reverse in later years, when child becomes caretaker, when the needs of a parent become most important, it's comforting to know there is help along the way. Sometimes our elders just need a little company and companionship, and it's our duty to see that those needs are met, whether at home, assisted living, or a nursing home facility. Peggy and her network of compassionate caregivers are ready to meet you and your loved one's needs. Call 670-7062.
In the WCLU Forecast Center today, we got a slight chance, a 20% chance. That's about as slight as it gets of a thunder shower, mostly sunny, and 91 is going to be the high. Tonight, a slight chance of a shower, clear and 66. Sunny on Wednesday and 88. Wednesday night, clear and 65. A sunny day on Thursday. It'll be all the way up to 87 degrees on Thursday, which sounds a little cooler than where we've been, don't you think? Pressure's at 29.90, 88% humidity, 76 degrees from WCLU. The weather brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards, Private Caregiver Referral Services. Here's her number again if you missed that, because it's just good to talk to her to figure out what solutions might be out there for you. It's 270-670-7062.
Pharmacy on Rogers Road in Glasgow has been a community favorite since 2012, and there's a reason for that. They consistently offer a wide range of customized services, quality care, and a commitment to you. Over-the-counter COVID tests are available and can be billed to most insurance carriers. You can also receive the COVID vaccine at Highland Pharmacy. Register at highland-pharmacy.com. That's highland-pharmacy.com. Highland Pharmacy, a community favorite since 2012.
When you or a loved one have been seriously injured in a wreck, it feels like you're losing control.
Bills are piling up. Your injuries may be preventing you from working. Don't leave your future in the hands of the insurance company.
They'll take advantage of you.
Call Hughes & Coleman today. We've been fighting to get our clients the most money possible for over 35 years.
Control starts with a call. Hughes & Coleman, 800-800-4600.
Principal office in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Services may be performed by others.
Everyone has the right to control their own future.
This is not the case if you've been seriously injured in a car wreck or a big truck wreck. The insurance company will take advantage of you.
We've recovered over $1 billion for our clients.
We're passionate about getting big dollar results for our clients.
Control starts with a call. Hughes & Coleman, 800-800-4600.
Principal office in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Services may be performed by others. Over $1 billion recovered for our clients in Kentucky and Tennessee.
All right, Bobby Lee Hurt is up and running. He is ready to make a deal this morning. I've never heard you so pumped up like you are this morning, Bobby Lee. How do you explain that, sir?
Well, we got some new vehicles in, Henry, and I tell you what, it just makes you excited when you get all these new rides in.
You got a lot of choices up there for people. This, by the way, is Bobby Lee Hurt. I failed to, a whole lot of folks know you, but there's a whole lot of folks that don't. So let me introduce you to Mr. Bobby Lee Hurt. Bobby Lee Hurt of a lot of different fames around here, but Hurt Auto Sales is the one we are hawking today. He is a proprietor at Hurt Auto Sales, and he is ready to show you your next vehicle and get a lot of choices for you to pick from, too. Now, go back to where you were, sir.
Okay, Henry, we just got in a 08 Jeep Wrangler, four-door, four-wheel drive, both tops, canary yellow, and it is a sharp-looking Jeep, hard top and the soft top, price for just $13,900.
Man, that's a canary yellow Jeep. And it's $13,900, And you know how Jeeps are hard to come by, and Bobby Lee certainly has the skill of picking out nice ones too. I know you can. You don't mind for me to bragging on that, do you?
I most certainly don't. And like I think I mentioned, it's a 4-door unlimited edition.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's good.
So, yes, sir. Got a 2015 Nissan Crew Cab SV, sharp, top of the line, 4-wheel drive. Price for just $14,900.
That's a Nissan Crew Cab. Now, you know, you can read all you want to about how hard it is to come by pre-owned vehicles. Bobby Lee, how you get that type of vehicle and how you're able to sell it so inexpensively, that's a mystery, but it's one that we just take advantage of around here, okay?
That's right. Hey, we got a 2012 GMC Terrain. It's a SLE edition. If you're looking for a good mid-range SUV, this is it. Price for only $10,900.
My goodness. So the fish have been biting as far as inventory goes up there at Hurt Auto Sales, hasn't it?
It sure has. We've got some nice vehicles. Lots more to choose from, Henry. And you need to come up and browse around a little bit. And
that's right.
Take a look. Take a gander, as they say.
It's always a fun place to hang out, just to go up there and see what's happening. And you can't pull in there without something turning your eye. That's the way that it is up there at Hurt Auto Sales. 621 West Main Street. Bobby Lee will greet you with a smile and a motto that'll keep you coming back. It's right there on that red lit sign. It is
no pain when you trade with Hurt.
Have a good day, sir.
You also. Thank you, Henry.
Thank you.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're speaking another language. Like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right. And they're designed by real language teachers, so you learn how to have real-world conversations, things you'll actually use.
3 weeks. It's incredible. After 3 weeks, I'm on vacation in Paris, having a conversation in French.
There's all kinds of ways to learn. Use Babbel's podcasts or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
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 Babbel. Évidemment. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Good morning, friends. I'm quite sure that each of us has experienced a turmoil or a tragedy that upset our life. I often hear this remark, I just can't get over it. Maybe that describes you. That usually refers to some cruel act done against you, or perhaps some unjust and unproven slander that has been tossed out to society concerning your character, or any of a number of things which are hurtful and unfair and holding us victim to our own anger and anxieties. Confucius is reported to have said, "To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it." If Jesus had continued to remember and store up all the things done to him that were hurtful, if he had acted in anger to all the slander, slights, and unfair accusations hurled his way, then he would never had any peace in his life and would have never accomplished what his Father in heaven had set out for him to do. So it is with us. If we do not learn to let bygones be bygones and to focus on our mission for God in this life, then we will continually feel unfairly treated and be full of a desire to strike back. We must have the power to avoid such inner turmoil. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Thank you, Danny. I always appreciate your wisdom every morning here. Good morning, friends.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
Around the world and up your street is Tidbit News. Hey, James.
Morning, sir.
Hey, Brennan.
Hey.
How you doing?
I am doing well. How are you?
Good deal. We got a little bit of Tidbit News to share with you here today to kind of keep things going. It's been a busy day around here, but it's never too busy for Tidbit News. I actually have a theme for you here.
Uh-oh.
We haven't had two stories like this, but, we beat up on all the guys around here, but we actually have... It's Bad Girl Tidbits.
I love disco.
That's right. Donna Summer. That was a good one, too.
Yeah.
All right, so Bad Girl story number one. There's an actor that's been charged with illegally collecting disability benefits while working on a TV show.
Ooh.
Her name is Q'orianka Kilcher. She is from Yellowstone, which is no slouchy TV show. She faces 2 felony counts of workers' compensation insurance fraud, not frog. She's not anything with frogs. That's 2 Yellowstone. Officials say from 2019 to 2021, Ms. Kilcher got nearly $97,000 in temporary disability benefits. But while listed as disabled, she worked on Yellowstone. Her lawyer says that Ms. Kilcher is innocent and hopes to prove that in court. But she said she was disabled, so she got $97,000 in disability, but then she also worked on Yellowstone.
I know a lot of people on disability, but they don't draw anywhere near that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just depends on, well, maybe.
How'd you come to know so many on disability?
That's right.
Just over the years.
That's right. Hanging out, right? All right, story number 2. A member of the, and just this where this happened is hard to put with bad girls. A member of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City has pleaded guilty to a fraud conspiracy charge that could earn her a prison term of more than 11 years. Jennifer Shaw entered a guilty plea yesterday to a single count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. She told a judge that beginning in 2012, she took part in a massive telemarketing fraud for nearly a decade.
Wow.
Prosecutors say the scheme cheated thousands of people around the U.S., including some over 55 years of age. Now, that's bad to be a bad girl if you're on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City don't want any of their housewives to be known as bad girls.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, that's just for the show.
That's right. They must have been, she must have been on the phone selling car warranty extensions. Anyway, that's all of that. Now let me get over here to, this story, I should have had Bobby Lee Hurt talk about this, but I figured it would just take too much time. But nonetheless, BMW, which stands for Bobby's Most Wanted, is now charging monthly subscriptions for certain digital connected drive options for a few years, and they are testing the waters in different markets. Now listen to this. Customers in Korea can now pay monthly for physical options like heated seats.
Really?
Or a heated steering wheel. That's right. You can buy a BMW, and as an add-on, you can get the heated seats monthly. Pay for the heated seats. How cold is it in Korea?
It's like on a monthly basis?
That's right.
You don't get just one time to pay for that?
No, here it is. It's the heated seats, for instance, cost $18 per month.
Oh, my goodness, more than Netflix.
You can also pay for a yearly subscription of heated seats, $176, a three-year subscription of $283, or you can buy the whole heated seat for $406.
Oh, my car has heated seats, and I don't pay a subscription.
No, but you don't use them a lot either, do you?
No, don't have to.
That's right. Some other options available with monthly or yearly subscriptions. The Beam Assistant.
Oh, no.
The BMW Driving Assistance Plus software, a heated steering wheel. That's really, really taking it out there.
Oh, yeah.
And an official noise generator to give electric cars like the BMW's, 14 M50, to give it, to make it so it'll make a noise while it's running, because electric cars don't make noise. So for a monthly charge, you can make it make noise like a car if it ran on gas.
Just buy a gas car.
Those will be available for 4 different fees, and some can be added to the customer's car immediately via a computer or smartphone.
Cars are so smart these days.
Yeah, that's what you call it.
Are they?
That's right. Hey, I want the option that makes it sound like a car.
After all, that's what it is.
That's right. We don't want to be deceptive on here and make it sound like an ice cream truck, huh?
I've never heard of pretty much buying your car a la carte.
That's right. A la carte. That's good right there. I like that. Get the new BMW. It comes a la carte. Hey, that's the wrong one.
Hey, what was that?
I'm trying to find the rim shot, but I can't find it.
You have your glasses on?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Oh,
Here,
actually, I do.
Just
looks like you do.
Yeah.
Listen.
This dead air brought to you by.
I mean, I don't think you have it on here.
It must have been moved. Anyway,
why was Why was Kellis's milkshake? Why was that playing?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the. That was that song.
Okay, well, somebody else must have put it in here on the screen.
I don't think you have a rim shot on here.
No, I used to. I know where it was, but it's not there anymore.
The church and community calendar.
Yeah, that's right. So that's what we have really in the way of tidbit news for today. You know, we got 2 bad girls and a BMW with monthly heated seats.
Here we go, a la carte.
Of course, the first thing I would want is that, there's certain months I don't need a heated seat.
Yeah.
Can I,
Like now.
like this month, I can't, I can imagine James getting ready to come to work over there and he left the heated seat on.
Oh, no.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
That would not be a smart thing to have happen.
And my wife is so cold-natured, the other day she did have the heated seat on.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
It's 92 outside.
Yeah, well, you can't complain about that.
Yeah, just turn the air down, up, move it warmer so you don't have to turn the seats on.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
Well, I'm going to tell my joke one more time.
Do it. I'm ready. I don't have a rim shot because I don't know where it is. It's out and back somewhere.
Well, I think I found it. So anyway, if you want the new BMW, you're going to have to buy it a la carte if you're in Korea.
He found it.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
That was terrible.
We got to get off the air.
Okay, all right. Tidbit news. We'll have more tomorrow. Wait and see.
Hey, Woody.
Hey, Woodrow.
Now, Woody, what is this contraption you have here?
I'm building myself a mower.
You think you're a pretty smart fella, don't you, Woody?
Some folks say.
This thing is gonna cut grass?
Hope so. I've assembled it from leftover parts of a DeLorean, a Zamboni, and a gumball machine.
It definitely looks like it's held together with chewing gum.
I got a bit more tinkering to do.
Woody, you know you ain't gonna do no better than a Hustler mower from Haywood Sales and Service. Hustler mowers feature a simple, well-tested design. This monstrosity does not.
I know.
Hustler mowers include smooth track steering and heavy-duty welded steel frames and decks.
I've been trying to lose some weight.
And Haywood Sales and Service has a bunch of the Hustler Raptor Series mowers in stock now with 54 to 60-inch decks, plus 0% financing for 48 months.
Hey now, that's all kinds of all right.
You bet it is. Go see Mike, Taryn, or Sandy at Haywood Sales and Service on Finney Road in Glasgow.
They're good people, don't you know?
Some folks say.
If you suffer from joint pain from arthritis or an injury, you know the traditional treatments, pain meds and steroids and then surgery, right? Hey, it's James Coates with great news. Now there's a better way. And it's here now from the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. This is an advanced, exciting, and natural alternative that can give you lasting relief using your body's own healing power. Listen, steroid shots are toxic to your joints. Pain meds are addictive, and nobody wants to go under the knife. It's 2022 and the old ways are out and the new ways are in. Regenerative medicine can restore and repair damaged joint tissue using the natural biologics. No drugs, no downtime, and no surgery. QC Kinetics regenerative protocols can address any pain, any joint, and give you the quality of life you deserve. Call now and schedule your free consultation. 270-974-4500. That's 270-974-4500. QC Kinetics 270-974-4500.
Ugh, why is this thing so slow?
Is your slow computer frustrating, but you don't want to pay the money for a new one? Well, check this out.
Hi, I'm Chris from Apollo PC. Nothing runs better than a new computer. Our refurbished models are practically good as new. Right now, get a complete computer system with monitor, keyboard, mouse, and speakers running Windows 7 for only $300. Or if you prefer a laptop, we have fully refurbished models for only $250. And we wouldn't put the Apollo name on it.
This is your home for Glasgow's best variety. WCLU Glasgow. W276